What's up, guys? So this is going to be part 2 of the weapon blueprints tutorial. In the first tutorial, I showed you how to add in weapon blueprints to use instead of skeletal meshes. And this tutorial is going to show you how to add those weapon blueprints to the random weapon box. So instead of using the skeletal mesh inside here, you see right now it uses the weapon model, which would look like this. But we want it to actually show up our fancy weapon blueprint, which should look like this in the magic box, in the random weapon box. So to do that, we need to open up the random weapon box. So I'm just going to click it and hit edit blueprint, open blueprint editor. And the first thing we're going to do here is I'll just fly inside of here. So if you look inside, there's an arrow component here, and we want to click the arrow, click add component, and we're going to type in actor, and then click on child actor. And we'll just call this random weapon BP. And this is the weapon that you're actually going to see in the box that's getting changed over and over and over, cycling through. Compile that. And let's go into the event graph and do some editing here. So at the very top under begin play, there's a server set data table row names. And what we're going to do is, let's see, we're going to make a new variable. We'll call it random weapon BPs. And we want this set to an actor with the class reference, so it's purple. And we want to make it an array by clicking this little button here and changing it to an array. And we want to make that replicated. And what we're going to do is we're just going to drag it in here, get it, and type in add like this. And so this, I'm going to leave it up to you. So this is the way it does it right now using weapon meshes. And you can disconnect this if you want. If you're just going to do an all blueprint weapon system, you can just take this out and just use this. I'm just going to use them both, I guess, for now, and we'll just go from there. Because you can technically have both. It's just if you're not going to be using this, then you probably don't need it. But I'll leave that up to you. It's your decision, your game. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this, we need to connect this add pin all the way down to the bottom of this thing, this big old struct, to the out row weapon BP. So once we got that connected in, that'll add all of our blueprints into this array. And let's see, the next thing we need to do is when we turn on the chest, it multicast spin weapon. All right, so where we spin the weapon here, this is where we're going to add our new logic. So what we want to do is drag in this new array variable that we got. We're going to get it. We're going to get the length. And we're going to do that. Pretty much, you could just copy the same logic right here. Just copy, paste. And so what we're doing is we're getting the length of this array. We're getting a random number between the length of the array and 0. And then we're just going to drag off of this our new array and type in get. We're going to get a copy, and we're going to connect the pins here from there to there. And now we got to make one more new variable. Let's call it random spinning BP. And we want to make that, it's going to be an actor, but we want it to be a single variable, not an array. And make that replicated. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to drag it in and set it to this get value that we just did here. And just like before, if you don't want to use the old system, then you can take it out if you want. I'm just going to leave it in for now, just because I'm making a tutorial and who knows, I may have to come back to this. But if you're only using weapon BPs, you won't need that part. All right, so we'll just connect this in. And then we need to set the same variable, the random spinning BP, set it up here to nothing. Connect it over to there. Now we have to actually set this new weapon blueprint. So instead of using set skeletal mesh, we're going to use something else. So up here where it says random weapon BP, we're going to drag that in. and we're going to set child actor class. And then connect this in, and the class we want to connect it to is the random spinning BP. Like that. Alright. And you could just copy this because I believe we're going to have to do the same thing. Yeah, right up here. Right above it, do the exact same thing. And then connect it back to the spawn weapon. And then when you spawn your weapon, let's see. We got to do one more thing on here. So right here where it says spawn random weapon pickup, we want to open up this blueprint. So I'm going to click the magnifying glass to browse to it quickly and open up random weapon pickup. And it should look like this. This is the weapon that actually spawns that allows you to pick it up. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to add in a new component. So click the scene component here and type in actor. We're going to click add child actor, and this will be our weapon BP. Compile, save, and what we want to do is make a variable inside of here, and this will be our weapon to pick up variable, and the type is going to be an actor with a class reference, the purple one again. Make it instance editable, and also check the expose on spawn, and also make it replicated. All right, compile, save, and now we go back to the random weapon box, and if we compile this, well, if you right click on spawn actor random weapon pickup and click refresh node, you get a new pin called weapon to pick up. And we want to connect this pin all the way to the bottom down here where it says out row weapon BP. So now when this blueprint, when it finally stops spinning through all the weapons, it'll spawn your actual weapon, your weapon blueprint. You'll be able to see it, hopefully. So let's see, what else do we got to do? We have to do something in the the random weapon pickup where we just created the variable and stuff. There's an event in here called Multicast set weapon mesh, and all we're going to do is we're going to take the weapon BP component, drag it in, and we're going to set the child actor class. And we're going to set that to the weapon to pick up variable. And again, here's another spot where if you're not using the old system, you can remove this if you want, because it's not actually going to have anything you're not going to be setting anything. You're going to be using this instead. But I'll just leave it for now. Okay. So I believe that might be it. Let's go hop into the game and see what happens. So we hop into the game. First, I'm gonna make sure the box costs 1 point, so I can hit it over and over and hit play. Okay, hit the box. There we go. And it works. As you can see, I just picked up this laser gun. It's got little glowy blocks for sights. Let's hit it again and see what we see in there. And we got the gun with a couch on top. My couch gun. All right. I believe that's it. I believe that covers it. If you guys, yeah, I think that's about it. So thanks for watching, guys. Check out my other videos. I'll try to keep making new tutorials and stuff. Just when a cool idea comes my way, sometimes I just make a tutorial out of it. But yeah, just keep an eye out for new stuff, and thanks for watching. See ya.